to what Mr. King has to say.
Thanks again, Sister Delaney. I really appreciate the invitation for my brothers. I'm not going to try to take up too much of your time because I can smell this food has been good. I can see stomachs are happy, palates are like, yeah, this is real. But again, yes, my name is Andy King. I'm a community activist in the community. I am also the director of the Bronx Youth Empowerment Program and an organizer for 1199 SEIU, the healthcare union of New York. Today's conversation is about Father's Day. And we know that being a father, as a father myself, I want to congratulate all the dads that are here and all the dads that were unable to make it today. Being a father is a challenge for some of us, but being a father is a real delight to be able to say that you have someone walking around that represents you, you know, when Christ calls you home. So today's conversation is about what does it take to really to be a father? You know, for us brothers, you know, it's easy to lay down with a young lady, but that doesn't necessarily make us a father. You know, spending time, being able to educate in those times where a little person scrapes their knee or trying to find out how to navigate through the crisis in their community, whether it's dealing with peer pressure or dealing with drugs or dealing with gangs or just dealing with, my brother, thank you for doing or just dealing with ourselves. That's where dads come into play. And for all our sisters in here who take on the dual roles because maybe dad is not around for whatever reasons, there are a variety of reasons, and it's okay, but we want to make sure that we show you love. I go by this statement saying that I love myself, so I want to help you. So I'm saying that to all of us and to our dads, when we love ourselves, we're able to give any love to anybody that's around us. We can give any love to our children. We can give love to our baby's mother or our wives. And I say that, I'm going to keep it real. Can I keep it real for a second?
Yes.
Can I keep it real? I'm going to keep it real right now. We have a tendency as people to get with a young lady that we know we don't even like. We have a tendency, young ladies, we have a tendency to get with a guy, and I'm going to keep it real. We know if a guy is busted and he ain't got it together, it don't make sense to lay down and have a child with him. Because what ends up happening, we got baby drama, mama drama, and all kind of other stuff that's going on. And for our brothers, if you do, and when you do, produce another child in this world, regardless, whatever happens between you and the mother of your child, you need to show the respect because you decided to lay down and have a child with the sister. Yeah. So regardless if we can't get along, we can't figure out how to pay the bills together, or we want, you know, we can't figure out how we go out and have a date night, but at the end of the day, there's still a young person that's relying on your wisdom. And it's up to us. If we create it, we got to take care of them, whatever capacity that is. For most of our brothers that I see walking around our communities, having challenges, being lost, and trying to figure which direction to go, we need brothers in the community to step up to the plate. Whether that child comes from your loins or not. Our young men out here are misdirected and they need help. Someone along the line was able to give you information to help you get to today. There's a lot of brothers out here who didn't even make it to their 21st birthday. Because they didn't have the guidance and the leadership within themselves and someone around them to take their hand and say, this is how it's supposed to get done. As much as I applaud and appreciate our sisters who are doing a terrific job in raising young men, there's no sister out here on this planet that can tell a young boy how to be a man.
That's right. Come on.
And it's up to us to continue to step up to the plate. It's going to be challenging, and it is challenging. But when we make that decision to lay down, we got to make that decision to stand up for our young brothers and our young sisters.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I'm not going to preach anymore. But I will continue to let you know that we have some real challenges. And one of the challenges that we have amongst our community, and it specifically addresses our dads and our sons, is that within the NYPD, because we are black and Latino, because we may not be as rich as others, there's a terrible racial profiling that's going on with our young brothers and around our community. For those of you who succumb to this tactic is called stop and frisk. And stop and frisk is a police tool that they use, they say, to stop fighting crime. But unfortunately, police have used this as a way to get our information and lock young brothers up. Now, the whole policy was supposed to be stop, question, and frisk. But today, I don't think anyone's being questioned. They're just being stopped, thrown against the wall, and being frisked. So we want to have, on tomorrow, there's going to be a silent march, a Father's Day march, that's going to go down 5th Avenue onto Mayor Bloomberg's townhouse, letting him know that he needs to have reform with Commissioner Kelly in this policy of stop, question, and frisk. We can no longer allow NYPD to criminalize us because of the color of our skin. Trust me, I was at a meeting last night with Cheryl Wills from New York 1, and she explained to us that when she went through her genealogy of her family, it dated back to 1835, and at that point her family was still fighting, slaves were still fighting for what was happening against them in America. So don't believe that you don't come from a warring and a fighting people who's always fought to survive. It's just your time, your generation to fight the issues of today to make sure that tomorrow's a little better for your kids. Just like they fought back in the 1800s, as they fought in the 1940s, as they fought in the Civil Rights Movement. Today is your opportunity, it's your time to take that gun and run with it to make sure that the next generation is safe. I see a lot of young kids moving around. We're in a community center, and they use this as a safe haven for themselves. We need to make sure that facilities like this remain open. We need to make sure that facilities like this continue to offer services for our young people to grow and develop. Now I'm going to come back and keep it real as I've been keeping it. We know some of our young brothers need some real help. We know some of our young brothers out there really act really foolish.
Yes.
We know some of our young brothers dress inappropriately, and then they try to figure out why attention's been brought to them and why they're getting treated the way they're being treated.
Come on.
So we need to figure that one out and recognize that we do have some issues. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to keep it real like I said. Because you may not be a millionaire, because you may not have the financial capacity to buy everything that you think that you should have, not what you need, but what you should have, I say this to all our kids. Because you are not financially wealthy, or you may think you live in a neighborhood that's impoverished, does not give you the right to run around and act ignorant, stupid, and disrespectful. And that's where we have to get our young brothers and sisters, not only not to disrespect others, but not disrespect themselves. And we do that with our conversation, we do that with our appearance, and we do that as we move around our community. I will leave you with this kind of final thought, that all of us in our community, this is our community.
That's right.
We can't, no one else is going to come in and fix it up and jazz it up and do what we need for it to do. It's up to us to make it happen.
That's right.
And once it happens, it's up to us to maintain it. You've always heard, and some of my brothers in here, I know you've heard, you don't want to be a product of the community. You want the community to be a product of you. With that being said, my name is Andy King. I thank you for your time. Happy Father's Day to all. And don't forget, tomorrow, don't forget the Father's Day March that will be meeting on 110th and Lenox Avenue to march down to denounce the stop and frisk practices of NYPD. It's our time to shine. It's our time to save ourselves, not only from ourselves, but from the masses of the community that's trying to destroy our community. Again, God bless, and we want to see everybody there tomorrow. My name is Andy King. Yes, I would.